All right, for those of you guys want an update on my MRI infused biopsy, I'm gonna give you the doctor's version first. This is called part 1. Of course, they want to make it sound like it's no big deal, not gonna hurt. So he said it's gonna be quick, 10 to 20 minutes. He said it's gonna be uncomfortable. He said there's gonna be a probe involved. And the probe takes a little piece of tissue and you'll feel a pinch and you'll hear a loud noise. It's called a targeted biopsy. And they're gonna give me Pronox, which is like laughing gas. And then there's gonna be a numbing lube. And the results we'll get for the biopsy will be like 10 to 14 days. So that's his version. That's the doctor's version where it's gonna be no big deal. You go in there, you be out of there 10 minutes. Okay, that's total BS. Here we go. Now there's my version. I call it MRI infused biopsy with PTSD involved, and I call it the BBB. Bruised, bloodied, and barbaric. So let me tell you about my pain history. I have a high tolerance for pain. I've had all kinds of things done to me. I've had a ruptured appendix where I had to go home. My mom had to opened me up with a drain tube every 4 hours for weeks. That was quite the experience. I've had kidney stones twice. Of course, everybody knows the history of kidney stone pain. They compare it to a lady having a baby, which I know nothing about. But I can assure you the kidney stone pain is put you on your knees for sure. I've had hernia on both sides, and not the one where they do the uninvasive. I had the invasive one where they cut you wide open and the hernia on both sides. I had my Achilles, both my Achilles surgeries with 24 stitches in each one. So in other words, I have a high tolerance for pain. This pain was unbearable. This pain was ridiculous. So in my room, I had 2 nurses, the doctor, and 2 other male techs. Another 5, I felt like I had an audience in the room, about 5 people. Put me on the Pronox, which is they put a plastic tube in your mouth. Sucked on that to try to get the laughing gas. Didn't do anything for pain. It did make me high, but it didn't do anything for pain. So I remember pretty much everything. So what they do, they go in through your bum, past candy cane lane up into your prostate. They use a tool, which to me felt like something like this. So once they go in through your bum, this is a needle, but it's covered with plastic first. They put it up in there. Once they get to your prostate, they'll push the needle, which takes a little piece of tissue, and it sounds something like this. It sounds just like that, and it feels just like that going into your prostate. So they relocate it. They had to go to 14 different sections of my prostate. I'm trying to remember what the pain felt like because it was unbearable, man. So in the number 7, okay, that was number 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And remember, it takes minutes. They got to keep moving it to get to another part of your prostate. So they got to 5. I passed out from pain. I don't remember what happened in between those 2, but I woke up on like 7 or 8. So 7. And I said, "You're only on 7?" I couldn't say anything because I had a tube in my mouth. So he finishes. It was horrible. I can't explain the pain. I couldn't breathe. I was sucking on that tube. It felt like I was being tortured. No joke. I want to recommend any man do this. Don't go through it. I have bad hemorrhoids, and that probably made it worse. I'm not sure, but they had to do, supposed to be a targeted biopsy. They went in where my tumor is and just take a couple pieces of that. They did 14 different things of those, and that's unbearable. And I'm still paying for it today. I'll be bleeding on from both places for, they said, up to 10 days, whatever. So once I get done, here's some of the funny stuff I can tell you. I got done, and I told the doctor, he's still facing away, and my butt's facing him. And I said, "Man, you're definitely not Dr. Boobergon. That was miserable." And then I said, "I'm kicking somebody's ass. This is ridiculous, man." I said, "Man, this pain is unbearable." So I look at the big guy next to him, and I said, "You're too big." So I look at the shorter guy, I said, "I'm kicking your ass. Somebody's getting their ass kicked. Somebody in the lobby, somebody's getting their ass kicked." So long story short, this is less than 5 minutes. Can't even explain or comprehend the pain that I went through. If you're a man, you're contemplating doing this, don't do it. There's got to be another way. This stuff is medieval, man. That's my 2 cents worth. Don't do it.